Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the one and only Adrian Hernandez. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Or afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching this.
Hey, if you're watching this at 2 a.m., leave a comment below. Adrian and I want to know who our 2 a.m. followers are. Just for fun. Anyways, Adrian, what I want to talk about in video number 3 is the importance to switch it up. I've been doing the real estate for a long time, and the people that crush it consistently, frankly, they evolve. They're, it's like evolution, right? Their business doesn't stay the same. And the people that die, get run over, crushed, roadkill, are the people that thought they were the best of the best at X.
Yep.
And they didn't change. It could be wholesaling, flipping, Airbnb, buy and hold for that matter. If you do one thing in this business only, you will have time in the sun, but then winter comes and it's not your time. So let's talk about the importance of switching it up and understanding that you need to switch it up.
Yeah. And I believe that there is a false, let's call it a false notion in the real estate community that you have to stick to one thing, right?
Yeah.
And I agree with that when you're first getting started to help you get going. But and then once you get going, you got to start diversifying. So the greatest book out there that really helped me was The One Thing by Gary Keller.
Oh,
right?
I love
Gary
that
Keller
book.
talks about mastering that one thing. And it is important. It is important to master that one thing. But once we get to a point, guys, once you get to a point where your business is moving forward, it is your job. And I'm a firm believer on this. It is your job, as Zuber said, to evolve. It is our job to make sure we are getting outside of this thing of just wholesaling or just working with buyers and sellers. Because as Zuber says, when winter comes, and let's just say that one thing you're working on is not winterized and is not able to function in the winter, you're going to go a season without income. And who knows how long those seasons can last. So, I learned this at Tony Robbins. Business is one of two things. It's either marketing or innovation. You're either marketing to grow your business or you're either innovating. Well, what is innovating? Innovating is switching it up, right? You're trying something new. You're doing something different. And for all of us, I think we get stuck doing the same thing, which is why we always reproduce the same results. You do the same 350 every year, somehow, some way, and you're comfortable, right? But what we have to do, especially right now, especially in the time that Zuber's been talking to us for the past 4 years about what's about to happen, we're finally freaking here, right? And I don't know if it's been 4 years?
3 years, whatever. It's okay.
Okay. Who's counting?
It's been fun every day for over 1,000 days in a row.
But the thing is, it's coming, right? It's coming. And
dude, winter is here. Winter is here.
Yeah, it's not even coming. We're in the midst of it, right? And so now it's important that we're switching it up, because let's think about this. If you were used to calling real estate agents for sale by owners and expireds, that went away the last 2 years. And let's just say that you count on your center of influence and no one in your center of influence is buying anything when this market changes. What are you going to do? So it's important that we're not just diversifying our activities, but we're diversifying our marketing, our strategies. Like Zuber has, dude, I love the strategy you're doing right now with the mailers.
Yeah. I'm not a YouTuber that just talks about stuff. I spend money. What have I been telling people? I've been telling you the real estate market is changing. Motivation is different. It's been hard to be a California landlord. So what am I doing? I'm using PropStream, who has a relationship with this channel. I found a list of owners who have 60% equity or greater, duplexes through quads, because I don't want to play in housing for this one. And I'm going to mail them this. I'm going to push the big red button, housing crash. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit it like a freaking guy looking for a treat. And then I'm going to say, you know what? Why don't you lock in your profits, maintain consistent income, reduce your taxes, and less headaches? Call me, right? I'm spending thousands of dollars every other week. Hey, get 1-2 deals. Works for me.
Switching it up.
Absolutely.
Doing something different.
I didn't do a mailer for 2 years. Nope, absolutely.
So for all of us, right, we have to get out of what we're so used to doing, and we have to start getting into what may work. And then here's the thing. You're going to find something that works, and guess what you're going to do? You're going to double down on that, squeeze as much juice out of that while you're looking for the next thing. Yeah. Like text messaging right now is massively changing, but guess what's completely taking over? PPC. PPC is through the roof right now on listings and on buying. So, or for investors and for agents. So I know it's uncomfortable, but why don't we do something a little bit different? Because as the fame, and, for those of you that are religious or not religious, there's a quote. It says, what got you out of Egypt will not take you to the promised land. Right. And it's really important that we understand, unless we switch it up, unless we evolve, we're going to be Blockbuster. So you have a choice.
Exactly.
You got a choice. You can either be the storefront Blockbuster that eventually puts, 50% off everything and then liquidation sale and then a close sign, or you're going to be the person that buys Blockbuster, expands their business and really grows.
Yeah.
And just an analogy for you with the time coming. So.
Yeah, for me, again, somebody who studied the economies go through seasons just like life. We have, frankly, we've skipped winter a couple of times. The Fed has come in and made winters either a very light winter or we just skipped it altogether. Unfortunately, that means we got to pay the price, right? Winter is here. I think it'll be one to remember. This is from a guy who went through the Great Recession and the dot-com bust, and who studied the S&L crisis of the 80s and has gone back 50 some odd years to look at the 70s. I know it. This is going to be one we write about in 5 or 6 years. It is an opportunity. The people that will get smoked are the people that don't evolve. And again, I say this as somebody who had a friend worth $10 million. He thought he was the best of the best at X. The market moved. He didn't take one $50K loss because his ego wouldn't let him. Again, 10 million bucks, $50K loss. He didn't take it. That one decision caused him to go bankrupt 7 months later.
Wow. Yeah.
Change. The season's you're going to change one way or the other. You're going to change via bankruptcy and liquidation. Real estate agents, you may leave the business to become baristas. If you don't change, the market is changing. It'll force you to do something else. If you do change, it'll be uncomfortable. Yep. You will skill up, right? The best real estate investors I know have this almost like Batman tool belt. Like they pull out the right tool, but guess what? They had to go through it once. That tool didn't just end up there. They put it there. They learned it. And that some of us, myself included, what am I trying to do right now? I've never spent $1,000 on mailers. I'm doing it now. I've not learned pre-foreclosures. I'm trying to learn it now. I've been doing this 20 some odd years and I am adding tools to my tool belt. It's time. It's time.
So big. I was on because I made a video the other day and I believe, I don't want to get this exact number wrong. I'm going to get it wrong though, but I believe it's 52% of all Fortune 500 companies over the last 4 years have gone extinct. You guys, I want you to think about this. 52% of Fortune 500 companies. You're talking about big companies that were set up. You're not talking about mom and pop companies. You're talking about big companies that also chose not to do what Zuber and I are talking about and failed. So if big companies can do it, we're hallucinating to think it's just us. So for all of you guys, really take this seriously. Now is not the time to rely on what you think you know. Here's the thing. None of us have this thing figured out.
No.
I am so smart to know that I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
I'm so smart to know that I don't know nothing. And I'm just going to go learn. And here's the thing. I'm going to be a student of the game. When Michael says to do something, I do it. If he says, dude, you need to study your buy box and figure out your area, guess what I do? I go home that night and I figure out what my buy box is and I study that area because he knows something that I don't. He's been through this. I have not. He is the guy that I need to, and I'm talking about, we all have different people in our lives that have been through this, guys. Listen to them. Stop letting your ego get in the way. And then I want to touch on this. That's important. You said about your friend who refused to take that 50K loss, right? For those of you in flips right now, it doesn't matter if you break even. Just get rid of the damn deal.
Yeah. Inventory is it's a debt. Dude, your burn rate or your carry or whatever you want to call it is going to eat some of you alive.
Just sell it.
Get smaller.
I'm talking to flippers right now and they're like, dude, if only I can make 10K. I'm just going to hold on to it for another month. Maybe I'll make 10K. I said, sell it tomorrow. I don't care if you break even. I don't care if you lose $5,000, dude. You're going to lose $20,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 if you do not get rid of this deal right now.
I hope people are listening. I give these real examples. And again, you can do business, right? If you're like, I have flippers that I think are the best in the business. They are getting smaller. They are only doing deals below the median. Like if you're doing million, like if you're 2 or 3x the median, whatever market you're in, it's about to be nuclear winter.
Yeah, it's
not good.
No,
not good.
I have 2 right now that are in escrow, and I'm literally giving the buyers whatever they want just so we can close. Because I know if I go back onto the market, it's done. I'm going to write a negative check.
Yeah, exactly. No, folks, listen. And again, I really do think July 20th, which is the day that National Association of Realtors publishes the horrible June numbers. Again, you and I talk about Orange County. I talked to Brian Lebo about Vegas. I talked to Steven about Phoenix. I talked to so-and-so about Miami. It is going to be bananas. And when the media picks up how bad it is, transactions are falling off a cliff. Get rid of your inventory right now, or it's going to be bad. Don't be that guy who refused 50K loss and lost an empire.
I know you guys love to see your boats in your garage. I know you love to see the razors in the garage and the nice cars in the driveway. But if there's any advice I can share with you that was shared with me, sell it all, be cash heavy, and get ready to capitalize. You'll buy a bigger boat with someone else paying for it.
Yeah. And that's actually very, I did an interview with Brian Lebo, who's the #1 agent in Vegas, as far as I know. And he actually experienced the Great Recession in Vegas. Vegas went down more than Fresno. Fresno went down 75%. Vegas went down 81. And he said, Michael, the only way I survived is I sold all my toys early, rented a nothing Toyota, and just limped through it. And he just blew up afterwards. But yeah, folks, sell your toys. Get rid of those extra leases. Money. I have a video that went out yesterday called Stimulus Ballers. Lots of you are stimulus ballers.
Yep.
Money rained down on fools. If you don't change your lifestyle right now, I'm going to be picking up your toys for nothing.
You guys, I'm telling you. It's funny. My buddies are like, "Hey, dude, you okay? You need money? I noticed, you're selling all your stuff." I'm like, "No, dude. As a matter of fact, the opposite. I'm just preparing."
Yeah. Stacking cash.
What are we going to do next summer? I'm like, I don't know. I'm out.
Not my problem.
I don't know. I'll see you in 2 summers. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm working next summer. I can tell you that right now.
Exactly.
That is amazing. Well, Adrian, if somebody wanted to follow you, how would they do that?
At Adrian Hernandez, Instagram, guys, YouTube, type in Adrian Hernandez. Appreciate you, Zuber. I love my Wednesdays, man.
You got it. I do too, man. Thanks again.
Talk soon.
Mm-hmm.